How you doing, guys? All right, so now it is Sunday. Got some time to work on some things right here. And something that I had actually already done with mine was do the bottle relocation, because there isn't any room down here. All right, so my buddy Ricky, Mr. Yeti LR3, wanted to have a video done on this, but since I had already done mine, the FEML LR3 is working on hers, so I'll show you exactly what needs to be done. But basically, instead of using or buying a whole bracket or fabricating one of your own, because I know Lucky LLC makes one, and they have a bracket that just puts the vacuum pump for the brakes a little bit higher. But we found actually a perfect spot for ours. So this is what we're gonna do here. I haven't actually made a bracket for my bottle yet, but let me see if I can get this off here. This shows you exactly what I did on mine. Just using a factory bracket and running everything through the existing access holes in this actual booster box here. So what that means you gotta do is remove your brake booster, or the vacuum booster pump right through there. And these are Nylox. For some reason mine broke and bent. So anyways, we're just gonna take this thing off here, and then we have to cut into that bracket a little bit. Oops. Sorry guys. We need to cut into that bracket a little bit, and there's a bolt here that we can use to mount by this pump here. Oh, sorry, my gimbal's funky. There's a bolt right down there that we can use to mount that mounting bolt from the bracket, and then just drill 2 screws into here and you'll be done. All right. All right, so we got the booster, sorry, not the booster, the vacuum pump off, and now she's working on the bracket. Most of the stuff will slide right off. The cool thing about this is that you don't actually have to cut any lines to make them shorter to fit. Basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull off this little access thingy right here, but don't throw that away. Keep that handy, because your wire, your electrical wire for the pump is going to go through that hole, and then you're just going to replace that, and then we're going to reroute some of these vacuum pump hoses to fit inside the box. All right, so I know this is also going to be a little bit ghetto because we don't use the Lucky LLC kit. I believe they say to switch the pumps from here to here, and then there's a cap to cap this off. But because we don't have those caps and they're specially made, or we don't know exactly what size they need to cap them off, we're just going to leave the pump here. And we might also be able to use the headlight washer if we just get an extension hose, because this is going to be too short now that the bottle is located a little bit higher. So we can even have the headlight washers if we just drill holes here to mount them. But really, I don't think this vehicle ever gets cleaned, right? Does it ever get cleaned? See,
with dirt?
We don't bother cleaning our rigs unless it's raining. Yeah, so that's one of the, oops, sorry guys, again, wonky gimbal. But yeah, so we're gonna leave all this stuff in here, and mine is just all curled up and stuffed inside there, but whatever. We have our washer bottle back. So, all right, I think she has the bracket loose, and now she's gonna go cut it. All right, so while she's cutting that, I think now is a good time to mention a couple of mounting options. So you can use the existing screw holes for where that brake booster bracket was, or the vacuum pump booster was, and fabricate or just cut something to mount the bottle to. Or what you could probably do is just, there's 2 screw holes, or 2 holes here for mounting, and basically you could probably just drill a hole through this here and probably some washers and mount that thing Honestly, it's so tight in here, it's not going to go anywhere. I honestly wouldn't worry about it. And then the other issue is here is we don't have a cap for it, so we're going to have to find something that can cap it. Otherwise, you just fill it like halfway full and don't even worry about it. Okay, so there's the cut in the bracket. It's not pretty, but should we paint it? Yeah, probably, but whatever. All right, so go ahead and get that mounted. Alright, so now you're just going to have to bend this bracket, and you can use some screws. There's nothing underneath this thing. So just use some screws to screw the other side of that bracket down and hold that securely. Okay, so now what we got to do is rewire all the hoses, or reroute all the hoses. So one of these hoses is just held in by this clip here. What we're going to do is take that one out, and then there's this electrical connector here that we can just reset into that, like so. So now that's secure, and basically this one gets pulled out. There you go, and is going to stay inside the box. Now these are all swivel fittings here, so while you should still be careful because you want to keep the seal on here, you're just going to tuck all this stuff around here to fit on the inside, just like so. And then this one that is on the outside of the box is now going to reroute itself into that. All right, so while we get that done, there you go. All right, so that's really it. Now I just got to crank that down and get that screwed in there, and you relocated the vacuum pump. All right, and now all you got to do is connect your hoses, the harness to the pump, and then the harness to the level sensor. And because we're not using this one, we just leave that one unplugged for now. So again, if we decide to use that for something else, I'll probably reconnect it. Now we got to go get some washer fluid.
You don't have any?
Nope. All right, now for the ghetto-ness of that, I'm just going to tuck all this stuff here. And we should be done. Fill her up. Now, so again, I'm going to figure out a cap for that. Might have to get creative. So I think that's it. There you go, Ricky. Hopefully you'll figure that out. It's super easy. Really, you can look kind of clean afterwards. But anyways, that's it. All right, thanks a lot, guys.